Hi, welcome to the Political Education Network. My name is Matthew Libby, and I've created this video log to help give a better understanding of today's politics. I feel that many people have a difficult time understanding the truth of what is happening in our government today. You have media playing a large role in this confusion. You had stations like MSNBC and Fox have total opposite views of one another. Although I consider myself a conservative, I will present both sides in a true and balanced structure. We'll start today at the beginning with Democratic and Republican comparisons. Any questions viewers may have can be directed in the comment section below or can be emailed to the link below. The second segment, we will cover the current budget arguments from both sides, and last, answer a few questions from our viewers. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed today's show. Matthew Libby. Again, we are doing our first segment with comparisons between a democracy and republic. We'll start with democracy, which is a government by the people, especially, and this is important, the rule of majority. It's a government in which the supreme power is vested in the people and exercised by them directly or indirectly through a system of representation, usually involving periodically held free elections. Attitude towards law is that the will of the majority shall regulate, whether it be based upon deliberation or governed by passion, prejudice, and impulse, without restraint or regard to consequences. Republic, on the other hand, very similar. It's a government having a chief of state who is not a monarch and who in modern times is usually a president, a political unit as a nation having such a form of government. A government in which supreme power resides in a body of citizens entitled to vote and is exercised by elected officers and representatives responsible to them and governing according to law. So as you can tell, we have kind of a mixture of both right now as how our government has evolved over the years. Democracy and republic are often taken as one of the same thing, but there is one fundamental difference. Whilst in both cases the government is elected by the people, in democracy the majority rules according to their whims, whilst in the republic the government rule is according to law. This law is framed in the Constitution to limit the power of government and ensuring some rights and protection to minorities and individuals, which is, I think, how the founders of our country intended this to be. I hope these brief definitions help you to better understand our two main political parties and what they have to offer to you. We will continue our education segment tomorrow with government structure. Please get involved in your local and state offices. It's the only way our representatives can reflect what their constituents desire. Remember that regardless of your views, you are never alone in your position, and everyone should be heard. Thank you. Hi, I'm Matthew Libby, and thank you for staying with me. For today's second segment, I will cover the current budget debate. President Obama has proposed a historic expansion of spending, taxes and debt as well. His budget would increase real spending from $25,000 per household to $32,000 per household by the year 2019. It would raise taxes by $1.4 trillion, and it would double the national debt, a staggering $9.3 trillion in new borrowing. This is ridiculous. Mr. Obama, he does deserve credit, though, for reversing Bush's policy of not budgeting for the AMT, which is the alternative minimum tax, the global war on terrorism, and future unanticipated emergencies. Basically just sticking extra money in there for whatever we wanted to use it for. But the Obama budget has large gimmicks as well. The president ignores economic consensus and assumes an economic boom will begin next January. His budget assumes that he will allow most of the stimulus spending to expire. The president also assumes that after a 7% increase next year, real discretionary spending will be frozen for the following 9 years. And finally, he simply excludes the cost of his huge health plan from the budget totals, which, basically it lowballs the budget deficit by more than $500 billion. We just simply cannot sustain these levels of spending. Being a father myself, I worry that giving this enormous debt to my children will hinder the opportunities that were available to us from our parents. Now, recently, Congressman Paul Ryan has released a budget proposal to slash $6 trillion from our deficit in the next 10 years. His budget tries to tackle the true problem of government spending, entitlements. Now, while these are hot topics and cause a lot of crossfire between parties, I believe most Americans understand that we'll have to get these under control. There have been comments from the left concerning Social Security, they're trying to starve the elderly, which is not really the case. Ryan's budget only reduces the benefit for people that aren't really currently receiving entitlements yet. People under the age of 55. Anyone over 55 will receive the same benefit, so this will not change for people currently getting Social Security. This has got to happen. We have got to get this under control. Also, the budget plan reduces corporate taxation, which hopefully will bring businesses back within our borders, which, as you know, would be a great help considering the unemployment rate. Which, by the way, the unemployment rate, I'll cover that in tomorrow's current events segment, which I can't wait to get into that. But at any rate, in short, raising taxes and financing these global conflicts will put the U.S. as we know it in the grave. We're going to have to take it on the chin if we want to get Obama's spending under control.
Hello?
Hello again. This last segment, I have only received questions from friends and family members since this is a new video blog, so please get your questions in here through the comments section or via email. Today's question was posed to me by a close confidant. His question is, why the hell am I wasting my time doing this? Well, I feel that what people don't understand, they're either afraid of or won't become involved with. I'm trying to simplify politics for the common man and to give a better understanding, so hopefully they will be more involved. Remember, these politicians work for us and use our money to fund these policies. We need to be better informed. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you will tune in next time.